It's Week 7 of the NFL. And this one features the Ravens' electric quarterback.
So here come the Ravens now, ready to get the football for the first time. They'll be led out by their quarterback, a first-round pick back in April's draft.
And he's got to be feeling pretty good about himself right now because he's coming off of a strong performance in the team's win last week. And you can just tell, even early in his rookie season, he's starting to get really comfortable out there, and things are starting to fall into place. In fact, in talking to the rival defensive coordinator, the team he's facing this week, he told me this young man's starting to get it.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
Well, Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they've got to play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you got to understand you cannot win the Super Bowl in October.
Stiff-armed him. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. Still on his feet. Still fighting for more. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry. His 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are on the board first here on the road. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. Following the interception, they're set up nicely here, already inside the red zone. In motion, Aguilar. Throwing to start the drive. Hooper sliding out of the pocket. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a second and long. Looking to throw. Hooper. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
A good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
Fights through him, and he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short, and that leads to a 4th down. They'll run for it with Henry. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Derrick Henry with his second touchdown in this opening. Ravens offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's an early front runner for MVP in the NFL here in the first half of the season. As you can in motion left, Bateman. They go play action here on first down. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Off play action. Hooper. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Operating from the gun, Hooper. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The Ravens at 6-0. What a start to the season for them. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, We'll be playing at home in the postseason, and we know that that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
Back to throw now on first down. Rolling to his right.
That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman.
A little juke. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Now receiver in motion left.
He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. This will be play number 8 on the drive. It's third and goal. Now this time he'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he's got it. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
Isaiah Likely. The Ravens offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he continues to show off his ability to run the football when the opportunity is right. He is the NFL leader in rushing yards from the...
Now a play fake here on first down. They've got his man complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 36 yards on the play.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback, because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has two options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge play.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. Off the play fake. Hooper.
And this is into the hands of Andrews downfield.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Ravens go up by 2 touchdowns. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more. Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He's thrown.
Throwing to start the drive. Hooper. And the screen unsuccessfully dropped him.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Zay Flowers, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Ravens will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass, this young visitors offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he's putting together a very strong first half of the season. Currently the NFL's leader. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And some space here. Fighting his way through contact. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. 130 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Henry out of the pistol. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Back now in Tampa. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the fourth. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Back to throw. Hooper. That is caught. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
First and goal, Baltimore.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. And now hang on here. Looks like we have an injured player. Yeah, Mark Andrews is in some discomfort. Off the option, here's Henry. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with third down upcoming. Henry again. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry with career touchdown number 109. That ties him with Barry Sanders on the all-time NFL list. And the Ravens add on. So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more. Throwing to start the drive. Hooper. A short one there, caught by Likely. And he goes out right around the 39. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
In motion, Aguilar.
2nd and 1. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Henry up the middle, able to power through. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
2nd down and a yard.
Off play action. Hooper.
And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else. Ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Steps away. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Off the play fake. Hooper. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the 1st time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Off play action. Hooper to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays, fire another one into the end zone.
Henry will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. And they would not be denied on the ground, powering it in just 1 play after they got stopped short.
And how about how many tight ends are on the field? Because in today's NFL, we think of the tight end more as a pass catcher. But this group, they tell them you've got to be able to run block to stay on this team. And they committed to it and got it done right there.
The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
171 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell him to back off of being aggressive. But sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose. And just as you said, cost some yardage.
Yeah, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. So 2nd and goal, and the big man Henry alone in the backfield. At the 3-yard line. That one looks like he'll throw here. Forced out to his left. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Ravens are closing in now on a 7th straight win to start the year. Another touchdown here in the fourth quarter, and Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams, and that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for Baltimore, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.